YouTube? In today's video, we got this David situation just got 10,000% worse, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie. In the last 2 videos we didn't react about this bullshit, I thought this shit would be over with by now. So I gotta get straight to it, man.
I just got done watching this press conference where they are announcing that David is being charged with the murder of Celeste. I had little to no faith that they had enough to truly get a conviction out of David. But after watching this press conference, I really don't have faith in LAPD, in the DA, in the state. I have no faith at all they're going to truly get a conviction and give Celeste justice. And it's not because I think David is innocent. I think David is 100% guilty.
Most definitely.
I think David is one of the most vile, evil human beings we have ever witnessed on earth. But unfortunately, evilness comes with some genius. And when you give a gore-obsessed, true crime super fan 6 months to cover up a murder,
he's one of those.
You probably going to have to do some extreme police work to figure out what really happened. And I don't think that extreme police work has taken place, because we still don't know what happened. So excuse me, by the way, if I'm a tad bit frustrated after I watch a press conference where they're announcing first-degree murder charges against somebody, but yet these people are refusing to say he murdered her.
Okay, hold on, fool. First and foremost, let's just say this, my nigga. Number one, the nigga dismembered her body, right? Put her in the Tesla trunk, left her in the junkyard. Had somebody drive her there, right? Number two, he drove to the middle of nowhere in some woods. Nobody knows what the fuck the reason why, right? Number three, the nigga bought a big-ass machine that you use to burn farm animals. Why is that getting delivered to your crib in Hollywood Hills, gang? Number four, she's a minor. And number five, they had found tools and all this extra shit at his crib that you use to scrub and cut shit up. Put 2 and 2 together. I mean, I'm not fucking stupid. Are you stupid? This nigga is guilty, man. Take this nigga to jail, bro. No bullshit. Shit
Again,
crazy.
Slow it down and truly understand what I just said. They did a press conference to announce first-degree murder charges, but yet the detective, the police chief, and everybody involved deliberately went out of their way the entire press conference to not say David murdered Celeste. They, in turn, says the last time she was found alive was in David's house, and that's as far as they were willing to go. They did not say David murdered Celeste the entire press conference.
Ms. Rivas was a reported runaway from Riverside County. During the course of our investigation, detectives learned that she had been involved in a sexual relationship with Mr. Burke when she was a minor and he was an adult.
So is that not enough to convict him? Like, let's really think about this here. Like, come on, bro. Like, and on top of that, his friends are allowing this shit. Like, how can you, fool? I ain't even gonna say nothing, bro.
2025, Ms. Rivas arrived at Mr. Burke's home in the Hollywood Hills. That's the last time she was known to be alive. On September 8, 2025, Ms. Rivas's dismembered and badly decomposed body was discovered in the front trunk of Mr. Burke's impounded Tesla. From that moment forward, our investigators faced an extraordinary, difficult, and complex case. The condition of her remains delayed the medical examiner's ability to be able to determine cause of death. The substantial amount of time that passed between her death and the discovery meant that crucial evidence had degraded or disappeared. And as detectives worked to uncover the truth, they also had to sift through and debunk a great deal.
On April 23, 2025, as been alleged by the complaint, Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time, went to Mr. Burke's house in the Hollywood Hills. She was never heard from again.
The language was, she was last seen on this day. Last seen doesn't mean that's when she was murdered.
Right.
And I feel like if you're going to charge somebody with premeditated murder, you will at least have to know the day she was murdered. I feel like knowing the day she was murdered should be the literal foundation of where you built this case on top of. I mean, she was last seen on April 20th. Yeah, this weirdo could have kept her tied up in the basement.
That's true.
Went on tour and have somebody else murder her.
Yeah.
Right? That could have been that.
He's still liable, though.
So why don't we have more specifics? Why don't we have a day when she was murdered? Y'all talk to everybody involved in this situation. Y'all put the heat and the pressure. Y'all told us. We ain't know. Y'all told us. Oh, she was in the grand jury. Oh, she was giving it to them. Oh, she had them ready to cry. So she had them ready to cry during the interrogation, but she ain't get a day out of David homies yet? It doesn't make sense at all to me, man.
Not at all,
Now,
fool. It don't.
Again, it's
Crazy.
not a big deal. They didn't say out of their mouth David murdered Celeste ever during this press conference. But if they're charging him with first-degree murder, do they really need to? Now, they are charging him with first-degree murder. They're charging him with lewd acts with somebody under 14, which, amazing, he should, because he's a creep as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We need more weirdos to see this shit to not do this shit, gang. Like, seriously, I'm getting tired of motherfuckers being old as shit trying to talk to young girls. Like, you think it's okay for a motherfucker who's in their late 20s, mid 20s to go pick somebody up from high school? You think you're cool for that? No, you're lame and you're a weirdo. Like me personally, I wouldn't be hanging around nobody, none of my friends, if they was dating somebody who's a fucking minor, bro. Like, I would call the cops on you my damn self. Matter of fact, I slap the shit out you my damn self. Cause like, what are you doing, bro? You feel me? Like,
now they're
motherfuckers is
also
weird.
adding special circumstances to this, which is, is almost going to make it impossible for him to get out of jail on bail. But here are the actual charges they're charging David with.
As we will show in a court of law, and what I also want to make sure about that the understanding of these charges is clear, is my description of these charges is not evidence that we are going to present in court. These charges, in fact, will not be evidence in the court. Evidence will be the witness testimony, the documents, and different types of admissible testimony that we will admit into court in the prosecution, and if it leads to the eventual trial of Mr. Burke, to convince a jury of 12 people beyond a reasonable doubt that each and every one of these charges is true, as well as the special allegations and circumstances that have been alleged. So what you have as well with these charges is that, again, there are 3 sets of charges that have been brought. The first-degree murder with special circumstances, and again, those special circumstances are lying in wait. That Celeste went to Mr. Burke's home on the night of April 23rd, 2025, as alleged in the complaint, at his invitation, and again, was not heard from again. The second is a special circumstance being that this murder was committed for financial gain.
Financial gain? What are you gaining from getting a 14-year-old little girl, right? Taking her to your crib, having sex with her, and then murdering her. What are you gaining from that? Because it seems like y'all basically you're saying these motherfuckers is selling their souls and they got to do rituals and shit to keep their money and gain more money and notoriety in society. That's what it seems like it's telling me. I mean, y'all let me know. Am I tripping? Because nobody's not just finna randomly murder somebody just to do it for the fun of it, unless you just fucked up in the head. But this motherfucker right here just said it seemed like he did it for financial gain. So what are we talking about here?
The evidence will show in court.
That is crazy, bro.
The financial gain was for Mr. Burke to maintain his very lucrative
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to pause it. My bad.
That Celeste was threatening on that particular night. The third charge, in addition to lying in wait and for financial gain, is murdering a witness to an investigation. In this particular case, as the evidence will come out in court, the witness to the investigation was Celeste. And the investigation was into the lewd and lascivious sexual acts committed by Mr. Burke that is the subject of count 2 of this complaint.
This is disgusting, bro.
With Celeste while she was under 14 years old.
Here's the good and here's the bad. I like the fact that they're swinging for the fences. It sounds hypocritical. If I'm saying y'all don't have enough, why would y'all charge them right now? I would say I like the fact that they are not just taking like the cheap way out. And the cheap way out would be, hey, judge, we don't have enough for murder right now, but we know this creep was victimizing this underage girl right before she was 14 years old. We have proof of that. Charge him with that. Charge him with abuse of the body after the fact. That's it. No, they're swinging for the fence. Let's say, no, this dude deserves the death penalty. He deserves life in prison, and we're going to try to get him life in prison. Because the other stuff, he would have been out within 5 years with the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Murder is the reason why they're pushing for death penalty and life in prison. So it's good. Now, the bad part about it is, how are you going to prove this stuff? Now, the motive, I'm sure the motive, like, they probably have text messages from Celeste's cell phone, from David's cell phone, They probably got some text where it shows Celeste probably telling David, hey, I'm going to go public with this. I'm going to expose you for victimizing me before I was for. They probably have all the messages, and they're saying, okay, here's the messages of Celeste threatening David. He invites her over, and then she's never to be seen again.
Okay, but where are her parents in this whole situation, right? Like, because I fought her parents. I feel like her parents should be held to some type of time in jail as well. Because how you, as a guardian of a girl, like, I ain't gonna lie, it's different for boys. It's the same because they both children. Before a girl, like, think about it. If I had a daughter, she wouldn't be going out like this. I wouldn't be just leaving her willy and dilly, not giving a fuck for months to a year with somebody. I don't give a fuck how famous you are, my nigga. You're not taking my daughter. First off, you're not talking to my daughter. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. And I feel like the parents probably got paid off on some slick shit. That's what I'm starting to think,
good.
bro.
I like that.
Because there's no way parents is letting their kids do that,
You
bro.
cooking with grease right now. But where you mess up at and where you kind of like let your entire case go to the wayside, when you don't have witness testimony. Now, if you had witness testimony that really mattered, more than one people would be arrested right now. You see, if you have people telling you, yeah, I heard he did, that's
his best friend. In the last video, did his best friend not say that this nigga is a criminal in his IG posts? That should be more than enough. The nigga's with him every day. What are we talking about here? It seems like these motherfuckers keep trying to move the goalposts more and more and more and more all the way over here, so this motherfucker can get less time. And whoever his attorney, in my opinion, my nigga, kudos to you, because you are doing a great fucking job. No bullshit.
That's not enough. By witness, I mean people who was involved in this. People who you guys probably brought in, gave them immunity in exchange for their testimony to testify against David. That's what I mean. But the only reason you would get immunity is if you were present, if you were there when David murdered this girl, and you could give him a date, a time, when he did it, how he did it, but they don't got none of that. They don't even got a day of when David murdered Celeste. So you damn sure don't got nobody who was present or who was well aware. And as far as we know, you guys still haven't arrested a person who was driving a Tesla and parked it. So good side, swing for the fence. Bad side, you don't really got the smoking gun. And when they was asked about the smoking gun, their explanation was like just laughable, because he said everything in his power not to say, we don't got the smoking gun, but we working on it.
Oh, so that's more evidence. I didn't even know about the smoking gun.
Is it possible that you will be arresting other people within his circle, and did he act alone in this death?
Again, with respect to whether or not there's any other individuals or going to take any other actions, you will know about them if we do, but at this point, I'm not commenting.
Do you believe that you know how she was killed, beyond it being homicide? The actual cause of death?
The coroner's report will be released shortly. Because it is not currently released, I'm not going to be commenting.
But was it determined, not that, if you won't say what it was, but has it been determined how she was killed, beyond it being homicide?
The coroner has made a determination on how Celeste died, and at the point that the coroner's report becomes public, we'll be able to comment on it.
Was there a specific breakthrough last week? Is there physical evidence that ties David to this murder?
There is physical evidence, and there is forensic and digital evidence that we intend to present in court to prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt.
Only a couple more questions.
Yes.
Your investigation, and just to his question, are you able to tell us exactly what the smoking gun is? And also, if you can address the issue of his visit to Santa Barbara, and that, how does it connect with the murder?
So with respect to the actual details of the evidence we're going to be presenting in court, I'm not going to do that today.
Bro, they don't seem too passionate like me, bro. Like, I feel like motherfuckers got to get put in a position to think in a third person view, right? What if this was your daughter? What if this was your sister, your niece, your grandchild? Like, how passionate would you be about this situation? Because that's how I feel. Like, I feel for this little girl, because it's like no little girl in this world, no child, even boys, should even be put in this position in the first place. This is sad and sickening for somebody to want to do some shit like this. And they just sitting here just so calm, just, yeah, we're going to discuss the details further on later on. Like, my nigga, we need to know now. Get these weirdos off the street. This is not okay.
As far as the concept of a smoking gun, The smoking gun is the totality of the evidence that we're going to bring to prove any case, whether it's this case or any case, beyond a reasonable doubt.
AKA, there's no smoking gun. There's nothing that we could look at and say, aha, we got him.
This
It
is
does not
crazy,
exist.
fool.
You know why? Because he had
Fucking
minimum
ridiculous.
6 months, maximum probably a year to cover up his tracks. That's as simple as that, bruh. Now, when you listen to David's attorneys kind of already tackling these allegations, she's very careful with her words. And this is why I say them not having a smoking gun is going to be, it's going to be very hard to overcome. Because the lawyer is leaving everything on the table. She's not saying, David didn't have no idea what's going on. David is unaware of how Celeste killed herself or how Celeste was murdered. She's saying David is not responsible for Celeste's death.
Your Honor, from the media reports, apparently there have been 4 months of secret grand jury proceedings. We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death.
If he didn't murder her, where's the sympathy at? Like, look at his face. Just take a minute and look at his face, right? He has no type of sympathy for this situation. Like, don't you think you would be at least like, damn, like, fuck, like, I didn't mean for this to happen. Like, I don't even know how it happened. You feel me? Like, you would be like trying to talk. But at the same time, I have to realize, like, this nigga did talk to a minor, gang. So his mind is not even wired to think like the average person in society. Like, this shit is crazy. There's real demons walking amongst us.
And we
Real
would
life.
like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
We'll be very happy to put on the evidence that we've collected in this case in the last several months.
Thank you. So the matter will be set, a plea of not guilty has been entered on behalf of Mr. Burke. The matter will be set in Department 105.
So there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from a grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion. She knows the way this.
Imagine they come to court day one and they say, you know what? You got us. David is a pedo. David was victimizing Celeste before she was 14. David had an inappropriate relationship with her. However, David did not murder her. David was not the cause of her death. Here's what happened. David and Celeste had a nasty breakup. Celeste did drugs or overdose or did it to herself. David panicked and stuffed her body and chopped it up and tried to hide it as much as possible to hide.
Bro, that's not okay. That doesn't prove no point, my nigga. Okay, let's just say if he didn't do that, he didn't kill her, she overdosed herself, but where did she get the drugs from? She's a minor, okay? Number two, you panic and you're like, oh shit, let me chop her body up and put it in the trunk. That should make it do better. That should be okay. No, my nigga. What? No, that is not okay. Send this black ass nigga to jail at the end of the day, and that's my opinion. I don't know about yours.
His secret of him being involved in an inappropriate relationship with Celeste. Imagine on day one, that's what they come with.
He's still guilty.
How are you?
How does that make it any better?
That with the things you guys have, if you guys don't even know how she passed away,
Right.
If y'all don't know when she passed away, they could very well come to court, cop out to everything, but then say we didn't murder her, she did it to herself, and here's how. Right now, the prosecutors are claiming that the medical examiner, they're going to release something today or tomorrow where they're going to list the cause of death for Celeste. But the thing is, the medical examiner is already on record saying that it's near impossible for them to come to a conclusion beyond a reasonable doubt because of how badly decomposed the body was.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you?
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation, because this is just beyond insane. I also want to mention this, okay? Anybody who's in Hollywood, I want to have an interview with you, one-on-one, who's been in Hollywood, who has experience, and I want to talk to you. And we're going to post a video to inform people, and I want to know, why do y'all have to kill people? Why do y'all have to do these things just to get a contract? Like, what's the real purpose? Like, do you not have talent, my nigga? Is your talent not good enough? Like, who do you really worship? Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.